with any effectiveness for the first time and had a touchdown taken away on the holding call. Where are they mentally after failing to come up with anything again?
Well, their leaders are not happy right now. I know on the sideline, Jason Witten, Des Bryant, Dak Prescott. I mean, these guys are all right now trying to find answers, and they're looking to each other, someone to step up and make a play, and they had one. Just got called back. It's a big play.
2nd and 11. Pocket sealed. Rivers up top. Batted away. They were going for Williams. Tyrell Williams trying to go deep. He's 6'4" target. Cowboys were right there to protect it and defend it. Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown comes off of Henry, and it's a risky throw there by Rivers. And he knows, he's like, oh, I didn't know the corner was coming off of Henry there. He's like, ah. Gets away with one. 3rd and 11. See if Dallas pressures here. They like that 3-down line. They don't normally pressure. Oh, they're going 4-down line. Here we go. Usually coverage out of 4-down linemen.
And extra blitzers, too, as Williams is wide open in the middle of the field and finally tripped up in Dallas territory. Yeah, Cowboys just unloaded there. They brought everybody almost. 31 yards picked up.
You're going to see the blitz right up the middle. Watch the delayed blitz. As soon as Hitchens see the back block, he comes, and it's just a hair late. And Williams, I mean, Rivers just finds the open guy against pressure and just dissecting this defense. He knows where to go. If you pressure, he knows where to go. If you don't, he's going to read it out and throw. And that's why those interceptions at the chance at him are huge, because good quarterbacks will make you pay if you don't take advantage.
And this good quarterback now is over 300 for the game. 5 different Chargers have had at least a 20-yard reception. Racing to the side is Gordon, and right there with him is Jalen Smith.
Second play of the game by Smith. He runs sideline to sideline, and that's his strength. Right now, he's just got to recognize the plays a little bit better, but sideline to sideline, he's a player.
Did you ever doubt this kid would be able to come back from all those issues after the knee and nerve issues that he suffered right in his last college game?
You know, I actually saw him up there every day. He works really hard. You root for kids like this. He's got a great attitude, great spirit about him, and you want him to be successful. It's just a road. It's a recovery. You can't expect him to come out and be on fire right away. He needs to learn the game at this level.
2nd and 10. Flags are out. Cowboys may have jumped. Allen with the catch. Gains 13.
Going to be an offsides on Malik Collins.
Defense, number 96. That penalty declined the result of the play. It's a 1st down.
Decline, another big play, and Allen just, I mean, it's throw and catch for Rivers now. They make this look easy. And he's getting the ball so fast. He's reading it so quickly.
Boy, Rivers is putting up big numbers. In that first quarter, he had 145 yards alone. Only 5 incompletions.
Wow.
Allen, his top target, has 8 grabs for 98. Here's a 1st down throw. 1st down throw, and it's caught, plucked out of the air by Tyrell Williams.
Anthony Brown one-on-one with Tyrell Williams. Tyrell Williams, the big guy. He's sneaky good. He's got kind of build-up speed, but what a throw on the sideline. I mean, watch this, just up the sideline, and the ball's perfectly over his head. That's exactly where you want to throw that, where he can just go right over his head, and Anthony Brown tries to get his hand in there. Williams getting it in. They're going for 1, Jim, or 2?
They're going to go with 1 with the punter, with the placement.
But they're going to keep trying things.
Kaser.
I don't know about this. I might go for 2 here. 15-0. You go up 3 scores if you get the 2-point conversion. This is what, 50-50 maybe? Heads up for a block. These guys usually don't get it off at the same time. You have time to block these kicks.
And after is good. Never a doubt. His first ever point after attempt in college or the pros.
You know that it would be untrue.
Ice cold, Dr. Pepper, last one.
Hey, that's my Dr. Pepper. I saw it first. No, you didn't. Let go. You let go. You. Larry, what do I do?
Yeah, old-fashioned crave-off. Generation of bad blood.
Rivalries. Tackles.
Don't make any sudden movements. I got just the thing. Easy. Easy. We're lucky. It usually doesn't work.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper, here. Let's go.
We were born this way. Forged in the same fire. Blood may be thicker than water. But we've got oil in our veins. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Muscle.
Why is there a fairy in the bird feeder again?
That's it right there. Now take the little homie out LAPD style like you do.
Fairy lives don't matter today.
Ward, nice to see you back.
Cap, it's a new day. Back to work.
And our nation's first Orcish police officer.
First time being shot at? Yeah, it sucks.
It's a magic wand. It's like a nuclear weapon that grants wishes.
I'm assuming this doesn't end well.
Look, I didn't power through the struggle just to let a little trouble knock me out of my position.
If this falls into the wrong hands, the whole world is in danger.
Right. Man, I thought you were dead.
Nah, man, too many bills to pay.
Home music video premiering today on Netflix.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Nationwide is on your side. And by Dodge, domestic, not domesticated. And that nice looking spread is prepared by the Legends Culinary Team right here at AT&T Stadium. Makes me want to go back for seconds. Got a nice spread of our own right here in the back of the booth. Thanks to the Legends team. Kaser. All pumped up now. There's hit the PAT. There's a yard deep, and Switzer is stopped short of the 20. And that's Watt, by the way, on the tackle. How excited was Kaser on the PAT? Just watch this.
Every day's a chance. A chance to flip the script. An invitation to take everything we know and reinvent it. Do it better. It takes courage. It's an obsession. Never settling for just good enough. It takes a true creator to make something out of nothing. It takes guts. Calling all creators. Those who see obstacles as a chance to win bigger. Calling all creators. The game changers, the difference makers, the boundary breakers, the tomorrow takers. Calling all creators. Get up. Invent. Adapt. Write new rules. Calling all creators. It's a new day. Create something.
Group celebrations are back and Pepsi's all for it. So I'm here celebrating with Dak Prescott and his teammates. Hey, and there's Deion Sanders. It's from 1995.
What's up, bro?
Okay.
Tonight, if you think giving up booze is hard, try giving up the internet.
No Facebook, no Twitter? My 36 followers are probably worried sick about me.
A new mom. Then pull up a chair to the Life in Pieces Thanksgiving.
Looks like it's carving time.
It's all new CBS tonight.
Back with 1:42 to go in the third. Cowboys 116 yards total offense. Morris follows his blocker. Drive starter with 5 or 6. By the way, the Cowboys have never gone 10 straight quarters without a touchdown. Never. And they're about, they're 128 away from setting that mark of futility.
You see him getting on the ball here, trying to speed up play, change something up to get something started.
Prescott wanted to take off. Flags are out.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Damian Square with the pressure.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Called on the right tackle, Collins.
Bosa forces the hold on Collins here. See him right there at the end, diving down. I don't know.
That wasn't much.
That wasn't much. He did go down, but they call that sometimes.
Here's a look from our nationwide Skycam.
See Joe Looney back up right guard now without Zach Martin in there.
Prescott still has it. Dumps it over to Morris, who weaves up the middle and is able to get close to a yard away from the first.
They were in a similar situation last year at Pittsburgh. They ran that exact same play. It's an end-around screen. So they give you a lot of action, and they throw a screen back or away from everything. And that was when Zeke Elliott went off for about 70 or 80 yards and brought him back in the game against the Steelers, and they go on and win that with good play.
That was a wild shootout game. Far different than what we see here. 3rd and 2. Oh, and Morris with a big effort.
But those are the plays right there. Second 15 games in the balance a little bit. You needed 13-10, something to get yardage. You know, a negative play there puts you behind the 8 ball.
Big play by Morris. They had him stopped, it looked like, Tone.
They're not going to be able to get a playoff here for that. I'm telling you, this offensive line now, they need great play by these guys to give them time, because they're going to have to throw it now to win this.
2 touchdowns in the quarter for the Chargers. We head to the 4th.
So good to be back. It is. It is.
Let's do this properly. Come on.
What this famous chef did to help so many in their time of need is a perfect Thanksgiving weekend story. Sunday.
There must be magic in the air. This Friday only, get great deals on Hasbro board games, Element TVs, and more. At Meijer, Black Friday's a whole week of amazing deals all across the store. Why pay more? Believe we've got everything else you need.
Man, this guy's throwing up bricks.
Oh, hey, I bet you this scratch off I can see more baskets than you.
Game on.
Oh! 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 Here we go, big time. Hey! Oh, man.
For the win.
Can't make it.
Up and oh! Hand over that scratch-off game. You already played this.
That's not the only thing that just got played.
It's always fun and games when you play the Kentucky Lottery.
'Tis the season for giving, and at Bluegrass Cellular, we're offering you more ways to save on all the latest devices and accessories, making it easier for you to do some gifting of your own. All Black Friday week, take half off Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, S8, and S7 smartphones. Check online or in-store for the deal of the day. And shop online anytime at bluegrasscellular.com. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
It's the season when halls get decked and houses too. This Saturday at Meijer, Santa Bucks are back. So you decide what's on sale and save over $50 more. Ho, ho, ho. Why pay more? Believe we've got everything else you need.
From all of us at WLKY, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Final 15 at AT&T Stadium, and the Chargers lead at 16-0. The Cowboys get that pass across the middle, but it's only good for about 4 to Rod Smith. Cowboys have had 8 first downs in this game through 3 quarters. And again, they've gone now 10 quarters without a touchdown. And it's a new team record.
Heineken at 31. Heineken at 31. 180. What is that?
Flag out. Deep ball broken up. And a flag there as well. That flag's going to be on Trevor Williams, the last one. The other one's back at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's well done there. You know you get a guy jumped off sides. You take a shot downfield.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the defense. Offside defense, number 94. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, number 31. Number 24. Spot a foul, automatic. First time.
It'll be the biggest gain of the game for Dallas. Williams on Williams. It results in a 36-yard penalty.
Boy, they needed that. That's a big play, spot foul. Dallas now having a chance. Signs of life. The Chargers need to hold up right here. Keep them from getting any more. Keep them in that deep field goal range.
I think they called the wrong number because it was on 24. Not on Phillips 31. Cowboys 5 yards on that first down run. Boza brings him down. Cowboys no huddle now.
They're going no huddle, and they practice this a lot. O-line coach Frank Pollock gets these guys to run through it on their own. Mark Colombo, who's probably coached Joe Looney, the right guard, a ton in this situation, has him ready to go. They got good coaches, new backups in. We'll see how they handle it now.
Of course, Mark, a former offensive lineman for the Cowboys himself.
They played with me.
2nd and 5. Pass caught.
He caught it.
He was out of bounds.
Oh.
Terrence Williams. Hayward there with him.
It's good defense by Hayward.
Yeah, he didn't give him an inch, did he?
Nope, he made him go right in the sideline, and this is a great catch. Oh, his foot's just probably out there, and then he's out for sure. But Terrence with great effort by Terrence Williams, and Hayward makes the throw have to be out. Extension, really, really good coverage to squeeze the sideline. The sideline's another defender. You can use it as your helper.
And that's exactly what Hayward did. 3rd and 5.
See Ingram. They walk these guys around. They're all over the place.
Prescott's pass, back shoulder, and it's pulled down by Bryant.
There it is.
You've been waiting for that throw, back shoulder.
He's covered, but he's not covered. He's got a special, unique talent. And this is what they have to do. Trevor Williams is guarded. Everything's perfect. Everything's fine. And that's Dez Bryant right there. And that's the throw that Dak needs to make. Just let Dez throw him open.
Gain of 18. Longest play for Dallas other than the penalty before. 1st and goal. That's Morris. Straight ahead inside the 2. Actually, it was Smith. Let's give Rod Smith some props because he's had a couple of good runs in this game. That's now 8 carries for 38.
Well, you're going to see they're worried about Dak. And so Bosa doesn't come down the line because Dak kept it earlier and scored a touchdown that got called back. So they got to be worried about that. Now, in this one right here, they like to just run it to the left or throw a fade up top to Dez.
There's the handoff, straight ahead and across for the touchdown. Rod Smith. And they're going for 2.
Well, here we go. Monster play of this game. Down 10. They finally get a big drive, and you see the push right here. A lot of big guys in there. That's a touchdown.
Cowboys just drove 81 yards in 9 plays.
Let's make sure his knee doesn't touch.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either by those 2.
First touchdown for Dallas in 154 snaps since their last touchdown, and now to get it down to a 1-score game.
A lot has gone wrong for Dallas this game. They're in it. This 2-point conversion gives them a chance to get into a 1-score game. Phillip knows this is a big play. We'll see what kind of motion type of thing that happens here. Yeah, they like to move it a little.
Yeah, Beasley moving around.
Run to the sideline, throw to him quick.
Wasn't there, so Prescott crossed the body and over the head of Williams. (16-6).
Over the top of him.
What started as a passion to make something original has grown into an enterprise. That's why I switched to the Spark Cash Card from Capital One. Now I'm earning unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase I make. Everything. Which adds up to thousands of dollars back every year and helps keep my passion growing in every direction. What's in your wallet?
What's the holdup? He got Amazon Prime thanks to Metro PCS, and now he's watching tons of movies without limits. Talk about a present.
Switch now and get Amazon Prime on us for a whole year with this free Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figured out.
So, you like it?
Little bit. Nothing gets a reaction like a gift from Kay Jewelers, where everything is 25% off. Save 25% off all rings, all necklaces, and all bracelets. That's 25% off everything. November 17th through 26th at Kay, the #1 jewelry store in America. Dad.
Every kiss begins with K.
Tell their stories.
Everybody I perform with have been brilliant. It's about being invited to the party.
Grimmy's 60th anniversary special, CBS Friday.
The best in Chargers and Cowboys merchandise is at cbssports.com/gift.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Kay Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K. And by Pepsi, welcoming you to the fun doesn't end zone. Okay. You know, sometimes when you get in these games, that last drive 81 yards after punting the first 5 times they had it. Sometimes you get these 2-point plays and maybe they don't feel like the intensity's there, but there was a wide open receiver there, and that just changes so much here. Instead of this being one possession, it's a 10-point margin. They had a chance. Player was there. Missouri and Arkansas. That's coming up tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern. Saturday, 3:30. It's all on the line. The Iron Bowl. Nothing quite like it. Alabama, #1, battles #6 Auburn. The winner heading to the SEC Championship. Thanksgiving weekend football continues on CBS.
Chargers coming out in empty formation, not even going to pretend to run the football.
Well, they've had 2 drives this half, Tony. 2 touchdown drives.
They're putting the ball in the hands of Phillip Rivers. They have all game, and he's just so far been right on point.
Allen slips out of the tackle and scoots ahead for 14. Got away from Anthony Hitchens.
When you see the Chargers come out and watch this matchup right here, that's a linebacker on Keenan Allen. Now that's tough because it's first down. You're like, hey, they might run the ball or not. And watch out. He's going to go up and shake them and then go inside. And, I mean, that's hard for DBs to cover this guy. On tape, he beats everybody, and much less Hitchens, who does a decent job there. But that's just a design play. It gets him wide open.
Yeah, there's Allen. He's over 100 for the 2nd straight week. And they flip it to Benjamin. He's a speedster. Oh, and he just lowers the shoulder and sends him flying.
Boy, Heath comes in from the secondary. And you're going to see Benjamin come around the field, and he has the corner. And as he's running here, he's got to go outside sooner. He just, it's like he didn't even see Heath was coming. Boom! Oof. Heath's like, yeah.
2nd and 4. Toss to Gordon. Running lane for Jalen Smith. Is able to tackle him, but not until Gordon takes the football to the Dallas side of the field. And Rivers is having a big day. 370 yards passing.
Phillip Rivers is phenomenal here in Texas Stadium and Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium. Actually, they're both AT&T Stadium because last time he was here, 400 yards. Today, he's on pace for that. I'm telling you, it's just he's playing outstanding. And really, I'm more impressed with just he knows what the Cowboys. He's got him into the blocking protections, always blocking the right guy. Versus pressure is thrown to the drag runner, who's the one guy who's got leverage.
Here he is on 1st down.
Picks up the pressure again.
And that one was behind Keenan Allen.
And Allen saying, hey, that's on me. But that really, I mean, he had him beat to the sideline. That Phil throws that behind him. And Allen makes these plays, but it shouldn't be that hard. That's really the one mistake I've seen Rivers make today. And look at him, he's like, my fault. And Rivers like, nah. Oh, he's like, yeah, it was your fault.
Yeah. Yeah, Rivers just his 6th incompletion of the day. 80% passing. We've been on 400 yards. Tacks on another 4 with a little dump off to Gordon.
Well, here we go. Cowboys need to stop, get this ball back with enough time, score twice. They're still in the game. Even, you know, there's turnovers, things always can happen, but this play is big. And they're going empty and letting Rivers call the play. It's man-to-man coverage. You got a running back and a linebacker out here. Rivers knows it's man. He's going to walk up, tell him who to block, bring the running back in, slide over here to the left line.
Eckler's been big in the passing game the last few weeks. Looking the other way, though, the pass. Back to Allen, and no Cowboys able to stand up as Allen weaves past them all for the touchdown. What an effort by Keenan Allen. 42-yard touchdown.
I tell you, that's 2 games in a row. 12 receptions last week, 10 receptions this week, 2 touchdowns last week. Look at him inside right here. Really incredible at the line of scrimmage. And Orlando's leverage is supposed to be inside. So the defense is, he's in 2-man, he's supposed to be inside. But Allen just, wow, great route running, and then the finish. That's the, look at that. Whoop,
yep.
There, and hey, whoop, Bummer again.
Right past Woods. Heath was unable to get a hit on him. Of course, Scandrick couldn't stop him. It reminded me, as the extra point is wide this time by Kaser, reminded me of that last play of the half when we were here a few weeks ago with Kansas City and Tyreek Hill running through the secondary.
This is not a cloud. This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on a blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for business. Yours.
It's Black Friday at JCPenney, and the challenge is on. Doors open today at 2 p.m. Get in early and find unbeatable deals on gifts like drones for $29.99 and Nerf toys starting at $9.99. Plus, get 25% off Nike for the family, Adidas shoes and apparel for him and her, and football team apparel and accessories. iLive voice assistant for just $39.99 and $15 Arizona jeans. Hurry in today for these amazing Black Friday deals starting at 2 p.m. only at JCPenney.
CBS Tonight, it's a very special Big Bang Thanksgiving.
I was acting odd intentionally.
So you can control it?
Then nothing goes together like Thanksgiving and football.
Booyah!
And this team has a secret weapon.
The math says they should never punt again. Who's his real daddy?
All hail Sheldon Cooper.
The cheerleader hugged me to her bosom.
That's amazing.
No more high fives. I can't keep washing my hands.
A new young Sheldon right after The Big Bang Theory. CBS tonight.
You cannot wear a Raiders jersey to my family's Christmas dinner.
Let's turn the lights off.
Hi, I'm Jerome Boger. On behalf of the National Football League and our crew down here on the field, we'd like to wish all of you at home a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, too. Phillip Rivers now 416 yards, 3 touchdown passes. And again, over 400 the previous game against the Cowboys early in the 2013 season. And, you know, Tony, again, we were here 18 days ago. Dallas beat Kansas City to go to 5-3, and things were starting to look good then. But then losses to Atlanta, and then the shellacking by Philadelphia applied to the Cowboys, 37-9, and now this one. Not over, but it's certainly not the Cowboys in sync for a 3rd straight game. That point after, though,
huge.
Yeah, let's not let that go overlooked.
They're still within 2 scores, 22-6. Now they're going to have to depend on the passing game with under 10 minutes to go.
Since the Elliott suspension, which, well, his last game he played was that Kansas City game. Prescott's numbers, no touchdowns, 3 picks. The 3 picks all in the Eagles game. Sacked 14 times. Today's thrown for 103. 14 out of 18. So this nickel and dime stuff. But the Cowboys have truly nothing really to speak of down the field. An 18-yard completion to Des Bryant on their last series.
Yeah, they're going to have to get moving and push the ball. I mean, honestly, it's the chunk plays. They just have to get them. They've got to get down the field a little bit and put some pressure on this defense because the running game without Zeke.
He sings that one. There it is. Williams. Williams slides down between both Trevor Williams as well as the die, and the Cowboys have finally a big play on the board. It goes for 39.
And that's where Terrence Williams is at his best, in breaking routes, these bang eights, the old Michael Irvin routes, and that's how they create the big play for him consistently. Get him up, almost like an outside leverage release, and then bam, fire back on.
Trey Boston also in on that tackle. First down, time to the end zone, to Bryant. Batted around, incomplete, broken up by Hayward.
Boy, that's a great job by Hayward breaking this up. Dak lays this ball right where Des can go up and get it. And he's got it. And it's just really, I mean, the throw was great.
Did he mistime it just a little bit?
Well, he thought the ball was going to get there a little harder, but it floated right there. And he still could make that play. He always does. But Hayward really just makes it with his hand. There's a good throw.
Oh, scoops it up. Prescott alertly able to make a play out of something that was busted.
Great job. I mean, that's well done. Dak Prescott right there. That's high quarterback play right there, under duress, letting go of the ball, and still reading the coverage at the same time and being accurate. Look at that. Boom. See it. Throw it. Phillips taking a bunch of hits. Same way. You got to throw it accurately under duress.
Phylon shoved him to the ground after he released it. 3rd and 1. Right. Go to the gun. Fake the run. Bootleg pass. It's Witten. Not a bootleg, but Prescott able to move around and find Witten for the first time in a while.
I think Witten might lead the history of Thanksgiving yardage. I mean, there's got to be a stat that Jason consistently...
He's got stats, doesn't he?
Has been one of the all-time... I mean, him and Gates in the same game. How special is that?
Seriously.
2nd and 3rd all-time in the history of tight ends and receptions. These two guys, probably the last time they play against each other.
Inside 8 minutes. Prescott on the run. Flips it, and he's picked. Prescott trying to cut off the angle for King. King's got a blocker in front, Ingram, and he's going to take it the distance. Desmond King, 90 yards on the pick 6.
That's a...
You saw Phillip Rivers celebrating, and then suddenly it clicked in. Hey, do we want to go for 2?
Back-breaking play right there, and you see Beasley cutting out. And so Dak started to the right side of the field, came back late. And Beasley had already run his route, and he was starting to try and create something to get open. And just a back-breaking play at this point. It is. You were in the red zone, scored 2 scores.
Kaser extra point, and again, that one's right of the mark.
Boy, I tell you what, kicking just doesn't matter anymore. 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. You're going against a team without a kicker, and you still aren't in the game. 2 defensive touchdowns last week by the Chargers, now 1 today.
Every day, on every street, in every town across America, small businesses show their love to you. With some friendly advice, a genuine smile, and a warm welcome, they make your town, well, your town. That's why American Express is proud to be the founding partner of Small Business Saturday, a day where you get to return that love, because shopping small makes a big difference. So, this Saturday, get up, get out, and shop small.
With the Mini Epic Experience Pass, you get more out there, more in here, and here, more memories, more off the grid, more zen, more moments to discover, more of what matters. Right now, get a Mini Epic Experience Pass, plus up to $1,500 cash off select 2018 Mini Countryman.
Guys, the fans are out there. We need to make sure the fans are moderating their drinking and hydrating. Moderation and hydration. That's what we're talking about.
The Water Boys, Crown Royal's elite force of hydration specialists, generously reminding you to drink responsibly.
We finished the dream closet just in time for Black Friday. Check it out. Wow.
I love sweaters. Sweaters and fleece for the whole family starting at $10. Black Friday doorbusters. Doors open 6 p.m. tonight. Only at Target.
What's the holdup? He got Amazon Prime thanks to Metro PCS, and now he's watching tons of movies without limits. Talk about a present.
Switch now and get Amazon Prime on us for a whole year with this free Samsung Galaxy J7 Prime. Metro PCS. Wireless. Figured out.
We're gonna change things together.
Look at this team. Look at us. We are the change that counts.
The new drama, SWAT. CBS tonight or stream it live or on demand.
Dak Prescott trying to get his mind around what just happened. The Cowboys driving. A chance to try to bring it down with a touchdown and a 2 to within a 1-possession game. Instead, it goes 90 yards the other way. Gus Bradley's defense is starting to gel. This young Chargers team is starting to really figure some things out early in the season. Man, they found some ways to lose games. They could have been far better than the record.
Chargers are coming on. Big-time performance today.
And on that last play, watch Witten. Was he open?
Throws his hand up. He's got a chance, and he knows it. He's watching him go the other way. A lot of stuff on every play, just a difficult one. Jason he knows how precious every season is now.
Just talking about how before that play that went the other way, how you may never see a game with these 2 sure Hall of Famers, 2 tight ends with the kind of accomplishments that Witten and Gates have in their careers. Jason leading the Cowboys all time in catches and reception yardage. He's got another catch right there.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever see it again in the NFL, to be honest. The second and third most receptions in the history of the NFL at the tight end position. There's a chance Witten, when he's all said and done, if he wants to keep playing, for years, I mean, he could play there in 3 years pretty easily. And he could end up almost second on the all-time receptions, period.
That's 7 catches today. There's Beasley picking up a Cowboys first down. Well, you know him so well. What do you think's in his heart as far as playing, retiring?
He loves the game so much. I think, he's going to keep playing just because he's still playing at a high level. And he's, outstanding, really in all areas. He has these techniques with his route running that, I mean, guys who are 22 just will never know what he does. Watching it right at the top of his routes, he gives you this change of speed for a guy that size.
Oh, they pick him off again. This time diving pick by Hayward.
Oh, and he just throws right into the coverage of cover 2, and he's not even looking at the corner. Hayward baits him into the. Oh, and they didn't touch him?
No, they're just having a little fun with it. Full escort to the end zone, though.
Oh, is that a flag? They didn't score a touchdown.
Yeah, but they had this all planned out just in case.
That's an interception by Hayward going the other way.
And he was down.
Great games make for great memories. Anytime, anywhere. Nintendo Switch. Games rated E to E10+.
It's in the heartbeat, it's in the real thing. You can't make it up. It's in your soul deep. It's in the stars, the stripes, this dirt on my feet. The way I love my
Not everyone can be an all-pro like Jason Witten, but anyone could save money with Geico.
It's time for some straight talk. You got their unlimited plan, but you still seem to run out of high-speed data. Not anymore. Introducing Straight Talk's Ultimate Unlimited Plan. That's right, Ultimate. Get all the 4G LTE data you want, all high speed, and all for just $55 a month. That's endless data on America's largest, most dependable 4G LTE networks. Get data that never runs out. Only from Straight Talk Wireless, only at Walmart.
It would be great if human beings were great at being human. And if all of mankind were made up of kind women and kind men. It would be spectacular if the golden rule was golden to every man. And the good things that we ever did was everything that we can. Treating others like we'd like to be treated has always been our guiding principle.
It's looking like a 13th straight year the NFC East champion doesn't repeat in the division. Of course, they already came in 4 games behind the Eagles in the division and trying to figure out a way to get into the playoffs via the wild card route. And those chances certainly taking a considerable hit here today for Dallas. Over on the AFC side, again, the Chargers came in one of 6 teams at 4-6, 1 game back of the 5-5 Ravens. Plus you have Buffalo there, 5-5, Baltimore 5-5. So the Chargers, after an 0-4 start, are going to be 5-2 in the stretch sense.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give them that 5-6 possibility there. We're going to go with a shot in the dark. They're going to close this one out, and I think that 5-6, they're right in this thing. I mean, I think that 9-7 is getting in the playoffs for a wild card. Yes, I'm sure 8-8 has a chance.
By the way, the Cowboys spent a timeout after that last play. There's Gordon, ridden down by Jalen Smith. And now another timeout by Dallas. The NFC is as bizarre as things are going in the AFC, and they are, because you're really looking at perhaps 9-7 or 8-8 being the 6th qualifier on the AFC side. Who knows? But look at the records so far better on the NFC side. 9-1, 9-2. Minnesota, what a win today at Detroit. We're going to see the Saints and Rams, Tony. We're heading there after the game to the Coliseum on Sunday, our national doubleheader window. Carolina 7-3. Atlanta right now in the 6th spot. You see the Cowboys. Look how many teams now they're going to be behind with a 6th loss. Not out of it, but 2 games back of both, 2 games back in the loss column of both Atlanta and Seattle. And of course, Atlanta already has them head-to-head.
Now the Cowboys do a good job against teams, you know. They got the Redskins, Giants, Raiders, And then they got Seattle and the Eagles, but that Eagles game might be resting everybody in that last game. We'll see how the season plays out. So it's a favorable schedule going forward.
3rd and 9, and that's incomplete.
And I mean, but you got Redskins and Giants.
We got a flag in that area there.
2-0.
Yeah.
That's good. Cowboys with any chance.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. Spiral to foul, automatic. First down.
Jason Garrett knowing that was another just
scenario they couldn't afford, really. I mean, you've spent your timeout. You got trying to give one last desperation chance to get your offense on the field, score in a hurry, and then still, of course, need 2 more scores. But now the Chargers can start running it down.
So if they go to 5-6, the Cowboys, 10-6 is in the playoffs. So we'll say that, okay? Now maybe not if teams make a run, but you got a chance at least there, as long as it's not like Atlanta who holds the tiebreaker. And
Gordon.
And then go ahead, Joe.
Well, here's this lineup Sunday on CBS doubleheader day. Early, the main game Miami, New England. Late, some 80% of the country will see the Saints and the Rams, and that should be a high-powered affair. It all gets started noon Eastern with the NFL Today. The Saints' first game in franchise history was 50 years ago, in September of 1967. The New Orleans Saints hosted the Los Angeles Rams, and now we'll see half-century later the Saints at the Rams coming to CBS. Really look forward to bringing it to you. 2nd and 8.
Well, anyway,
still 2nd down.
Cowboys from here obviously reeling, 3 straight losses. They're not feeling great. You know, the offense hasn't really done much of anything in 3 games, and the defense today, got shredded. But they're not going to be playing these. You hate to say it's teams because they got the Redskins 4-6, Giants 2-8. They already beat the Redskins. The Giants they've already beat. The Raiders, who are not playing that great of football either. Seattle 6-4. That's the game right now.
You might be jockeying with him for a spot if you're able to catch a run. And don't forget, you get Elliott back.
You get Elliott back. And if they could win these 3 in a row after this, which they easily could do, they're still a really good football team. They just haven't played good football. But they still have plenty of talent. And you see right there, they go win, 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 let's say. That's 3 games. That puts them back at 8-6, going to Seattle for what could be the wild card berth. If they win that 9-6, possibly then Philadelphia resting their starters, that puts you at 10-6. So, Seattle actually coming here, I believe, Jim, right?
Yes, it is. That's week 16.
That's what the Cowboys got to do. When they come in tomorrow, you're going to be devastated. You're like, the sky's falling. It's going to be bad, and it's going to be one of those things where no one's feeling good. But they got to figure out a way to get some wins, and it's going to start next week. They still have a chance. And the Chargers will basically have the same record now. Feel good, right? Same record, 2 teams. They both need to restart, start over, and go win football games.
I'll tell you one thing, when you're breaking down that whole NFC playoff picture, Atlanta has some very important wins in their 6-4 record. Here's the 3rd and 5. And again, it's Allen. Another chunk play for a first down. Falcons already beaten the Cowboys, Detroit, Seattle, and Green Bay. All those teams were on the graphic, so they've already got wins against them.
Yeah, you see Allen on the slant, just nobody can cover this guy. And we said it earlier, Rivers is still fired
up. That intensity never goes away.
He's like, I'm going to get 500 yards.
You happen to notice that probably in your first production meeting with Philip yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he's something else.
I like Philip. He's
great.
He's a great guy. Loves the game of football. And, he's one of the good ones. And you root for guys like that. Same way with Dak. They're good guys.
There's Gordon bouncing off a hit behind the line and picking up 1.
So let's take a look at the Chargers schedule. See if they have a road that's positive or negative going in.
Well, it starts out somewhat positive, wouldn't you say?
Well, you got Cleveland 0-10. So yes, we're going to give Chargers a win there. And then you got Washington, and Washington could beat Dallas or the Chargers, but based just on a record right now, they're behind the 2 of them. So they could beat them, and then Kansas City's a big game for them. That game with Kansas City could prove pivotal whether or not, A, they got a shot in the division, and B, they can get in on a wild card if they don't. So the AFC West is wide open now with Kansas City having come back.
Of course, the way things have gone for the Chiefs, you never would have thought it. As you see, they've got Durant heading to the bench. Here's a Chiefs team that was 5-0, wins at New England, a win over Philadelphia. Think about those 2 wins that Kansas City has, and yet they're 6-4, having dropped 4 of the last 5.
Yeah, you knew, like, there was a couple things, just some of the injuries with Kansas City. You had Eric Berry, who allowed that defense to just do some dime nickel stuff that other teams couldn't do. He could guard the tight end, play in the box, play the run. So the system got compromised a little bit when he went out. And that was going to hurt you at some point. And then just the clear schematic advantage they had throughout the year isn't quite the same.
Nice piece of running here by Gordon, and he gets swung around, and the way they spun him actually carried him to the first. So a chance to, again, burn off more time. Cowboys out of timeouts and out of hope, really. Gordon, 21 carries, 66 yards. It's going to be the 4th home loss of the year for Dallas. That's about as shocking as anything you can put up.
No one would have predicted 5-6 this year. The team coming back after that incredible season that ended, almost abruptly in the playoffs last year against Green Bay. You thought, everyone thinks you get better and better. In some cases, the NFL is sneaky how those teams change from year to year. You get a rookie, you get a new scheme. They study you all off season. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that go into it. Injuries. I mean, Dallas just having a tough start to this year, and they're going to have no time left. They got to turn it around.
State Farm post-game show with JB, Phil, Nate Boomer, and Coach Cower. Highlights, their analysis, their thoughts on these 2 teams and where they're headed. That's coming up on the State Farm post-game show after the game. So now the Chargers, that last run by Eckler, up to 518 yards of offense.
Let's take us to the 2-minute warning.
How about, though, you're going through all these possible playoff situations and storylines for the Chargers. In the history of the league, there's only been one team ever start 0-4 that made it to the postseason. It's going back to 1930.
Wow.
And it was the 1992 Chargers. So there is some history to tap.
There's some precedence for the Chargers.
Right inside that franchise's history.
Wow.
2 minutes to go. And then it's turkey time for all of us.
Dilly dilly.
Greg, you're alive. Where'd you go?
Get beer.
Wait, so you escaped the pit of misery and you came back?
Yeah, with Bud Light.
That is the dumbest thing that I ever...
Shut up, Doug.
Yeah, shut up, Doug. Dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly. So, what'd I miss?
Kevin cried. No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
Here's to the friends you can always count on.
Shop Macy's Black Friday doorbusters now till 2 a.m., 6 a.m. till 1 p.m. Friday. Hurry in store for 10 free doorbusters after mail-in rebate. Available while supplies last. And these diamond earrings are just $29.99 with any $50 purchase. Macy's Black Friday.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable. Just like some people like wet grocery bags. Getting a bad haircut. Overcrowded trains. Turnstiles that don't turn.
Oh, yeah!
And spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV and for a limited time, get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Together, we go big during Black Friday. We fill up our carts with the best savings of the year so we can have the brightest Christmas ever. Right now, get 20% off artificial Christmas trees, only at the Home Depot.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by AT&T. Bud Light, brewed to be enjoyed responsibly. Okay, final 2 minutes inside here. There's one Cowboy fan who's disappointed. Errol Spence Jr., the welterweight champion of the world. He's a local kid and loves the Cowboys.
He's 22-0.
Yeah. He's right out of Cedar Hills High School in nearby Cedar Hills, Texas.
Defense,
part of Dallas County.
76. Half the distance to the goal, still third down.
And again, coming up, the State Farm postgame show. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cower. Highlights, analysis coming up on the State Farm postgame show. And the Chargers, instead of pouring it on here and adding on a touchdown, they're just going to take a knee here and run it out.
Give the Chargers credit.
No question. Tonight on CBS, night of comedy, drama, and all the trimmings. Beginning with The Big Bang Theory and new episodes of Young Sheldon, Mom, Life in Pieces, and SWAT tonight, only CBS. Boy, Anthony Lynn, what a great moment this has to be for him, the coach of the Chargers. Again, the way he has seen his team so resilient, turn around an 0-4 start, and to come back to Dallas, where he was raised here in the area. He's got some 50 guests in the stands today, including his mom, Betty, his daughter, Danielle. They're here. His past history here. Not only is he a young kid being a Cowboy fan, and the Tony Dorsett days, his favorite players back in those days, Drew Pearson, all that bunch. There's his family, and then to come in here and put up a resounding victory like this.
This is you felt how important this game was. He talked about it, and so did Philip Rivers, that they thought Thanksgiving Day was about as big a game in the regular season as they could possibly play in. They grew up watching it. They have a history of it. You know, it's a special day, and for them to, they came out here and played like it was an important game. And man, the Chargers brought it today.
Did they ever? One more kneel down.
L.A. Chargers, Jim.
Yes,
the L.A. Chargers.
They are something else the way they're going. And Coach Lynn said, I hope to go back with a win in one of my mother's sweet potato pies. And it's headed his way. He's got both parts of it. Betty's brought the goods here to the stadium. His team did too.
That they did. Philip Rivers played his best game of the season and really controlled the game from the line of scrimmage. Dallas came out to pressure him. He got the protections right, changed the play, got the ball out versus the pressures when they didn't have it, picked up, and just really carried them. And then Dallas never really got anything going on offense. Toughest stretch right now of young Dak's career. Just adversity's going to hit you in the NFL. They just got to find a way to figure it out and try and figure out new ways to move the ball consistently.
And then on the other side, the Cowboys defense beat up for 515 yards, no sacks, and didn't force any turnovers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Philip controlled it.
Yep.
He really did at the last year. He was never going to let his team be in a bad position.
Let's hear from him now. Tracy, down to you.
You said it. Philip controlled it. It seemed as though everything was just clicking out there. 434 total yards, 3 touchdowns for you. Do you sense when it's just all going right?
Yeah, we really kept the rhythm from last week. Credit to the guys up front. Gosh, we didn't give up a sack. They were unbelievable in the pass protection. And then the ball really spread around. Obviously, Keenan had a heck of a day. Tyrell with some big plays. Hunter with some big plays. It was Austin with a big play on the third down. It was a great day. It was everything it was built up to be. Playing on Thanksgiving was special, and it was great to get a win.
What is it about this team starting 0-4 and now winning 5 of the last 7?
Well, we just hung in there. I think credit to A-Lynn as far as his demeanor, his focus, his never flinch attitude. And we knew, those games we lost, it woulda, coulda, shoulda, but we knew what kind of team we could be. But we're still climbing. We're not there. Now we're 5-6. It feels great, but we got 2 home games in a row, and we're excited about the opportunity ahead.
Your first Thanksgiving game, do you have a shout out for your wife, Tiffany, and your 8 kids watching at home?
Yeah, I love you, Tiffany. All the children, all of you, love you. I'll be home tonight.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
It's going to be a happy plane ride back, as well as the drive down south to his home. Final score here, The Los Angeles Chargers 28 and the Dallas Cowboys 6. Tonight on CBS begins with The Big Bang Theory, followed by new episodes of Young Sheldon, Mom, Life in Pieces, and SWAT. Coming up, the post-game show, the State Farm post-game show. We'll take you back to New York for all the highlights from today's game. Tony, again, happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving to you,
pleasure.
Jim. Been a blast.
It has been a blast. Another one coming up on Sunday. In the meantime, our love to all of our family members as we remember them here as we sign off from Dallas. Happy Thanksgiving, and God bless you all.
You and I against the world. That's what you told me that night in the terminal as we were boarding, and I know you meant it, holding my hand so tight as we flew from Lafayette back to Pacific time, and you laid your head on my shoulder, couple tears we shed over Arizona, an emotional roller coaster, yeah. We ride the highs and lows, we ride the highs and lows. You'll never be alone, even when your world explodes. 'Cause after all the smoke, I will be right here. I will be right here. When the smoke clears, I will be right here. When the smoke clears, when I hit the wall back in December, I took my hardest fall. We fell together and we spent the weekend pacing the hotel room at the West End in Dublin. Never felt so close to you, and I laid my head on your shoulder. By the time we left, we were 10 years older, an emotional roller coaster, yeah. We ride the highs and lows. We ride the highs and lows. You'll never be alone, even when your world explodes. 'Cause after all the smoke, I will be right here. I will be right here. When the smoke clears, I will be right here. When the smoke clears, you and I against the world. That's what you told me. We ride the highs and lows. We ride the highs and lows. You'll never be alone, even when your world explodes. 'Cause after all the smoke, I will be right here. I will be right here. When the smoke clears, we ride the highs and lows. We ride the highs and lows. You'll never be alone, even when your world explodes. 'Cause after all the smoke, I will be right here. I will be right here. When the smoke clears.
It's a small finger, a worm.
Like a dagger?
Tiny sword.
Breadstick.
Matchstick.
A lamppost.
Coin slot. No.
10 seconds.
A stick, a walking stick,
yeah,
a boundary, a Kilimanjaro, a big
Sorry. It's a tandem bicycle.
What?
As long as sloths are slow, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
Turkey Day in Big D, and it was the Chargers giving thanks late in the third quarter. Phillip Rivers threads the needle, finding Tyrell Williams that for a 27-yard strike past Cowboys' Anthony Brown. That touchdown put the Chargers up by 16 and gives Rivers a little reason to be emotional this holiday.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Barry Sanders is confident, but when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident. Fortunately, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
This is not another 18-blade razor. Because this is Philips Norelco One Blade. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length. Philips Norelco.
Save up to 50% now through December 2nd.
Whatever inspires you this holiday season, Kroger is here to help make it magical. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Enjoy fresh ways to celebrate with the ones you love. From traditional flavors to new favorites they'll savor and make every moment truly special. Happy holidays from Kroger.
Picking out the best tree of them all. Just to find out it's way too tall.
Sing along to a holiday song. All off key and all night long.
Get on the holiday road in a Honda. The 2017 KBB.com Best Value brand at the Happy Honda Day sales event.
Big O Tire's biggest Black Friday sale ever is going on November 20th through the 27th. Buy 3, get 1 free on select sets of tires. Get $70 back on sets of 4 Michelin or $50 off sets of 4 BF Goodwrench tires. Don't miss the biggest tire sale of the year.
This is the State Farm Postgame Show.
And hello, everyone. I'm James Brown. Welcome to the State Farm Post-Game Show. Tonight on CBS, it's a night of comedy, drama, and all the trimmings, beginning with The Big Bang Theory. That'll be followed by new episodes of Young Sheldon, Mom, Life in Pieces, and SWAT. That's all tonight, coming your way only on CBS. And we bring you back inside Studio 43. Full house here in the studio as we get ready to talk about this one. Wow, Dallas has now dropped 3 straight. San Diego has 1.
You know, I think the biggest winners today are the teams in the NFC that are in the wild card race. So if the Redskins can win tonight, they are a triple winner because they'll get themselves right back into the race with Detroit and Dallas losing. But Phillip Rivers put on a clinic today against the Dallas defense that was just overwhelmed.
Yeah, it is evident that they missed Zeke on that offense, but it's that defense. Phillip Rivers, like you said, he exploited that secondary that had problems all year.
You talk about this football team. They've won 5 out of 7, that being the Los Angeles Chargers. And you think about the 2 losses at New England and at Jacksonville. They lost 8 points at New England in overtime at Jacksonville. Probably maybe one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now.
Well, I don't know what to say. Phillip Rivers was striping that football, man. I mean, he was on target the whole day long. And I'll say this about the Dallas Cowboys. The football team is built on what? It's built on their offensive line, controlling the pace of the game, running the football, saving their defense, keeping it fresh. Because what does their defense rely on, Bill? Passion and energy. Well, when they're always on the field, we saw what happened, and it's happened to them the last couple of weeks. Fatigue sets in, man, then it's trouble.
You've learned not to answer any of his questions, though, right?
I asked him, guys, for you.
They're all rhetorical.
Just in case you didn't know.
I got it.
Hey, folks, time now for Brilliance on the Field, presented by K Jewelers. And it is surprise, surprise, Phil.
Oh, Phillip Rivers. I mean, everything. I don't know what to say to the Dallas Cowboy defense. Hey, you know, Keenan Allen plays in the slot. You might want to double team him or take him away. But his throwing today was truly magnificent. Moved out of the pocket early in the game and hit Travis Benjamin for a big game. Never got sacked. And then Keenan Allen, they couldn't cover him. When they did, he just went up and got the football. And this was a beautiful throw by Phillip Rivers. Under pressure, unblocked guy, and he can still get rid of the football. And Bill, don't rush 3 guys against a good quarterback.
And you know what, Phil? Don't rush 5 guys. If you try to blitz Phillip Rivers, he's going to pick you apart. And that's the one thing I thought going into this game. The Dallas Cowboys, they have a 4-man pass rush that can get there. But they kept trying to blitz him. And Phillip Rivers has been in this league long enough. He will know the one-on-one, and he hit it every time today. I'm not so sure about the approach and going against him. This guy is a master of delivering the ball to all areas of the field.
And Keenan Allen, 11 catches, 172 yards, a career high, and a touch, Nate.
Yeah, he had himself a day. You know, Scott Linehan, the OC for the Dallas Cowboys, he used to tell me, we're going to find Waldo, and that's the weak point of the defense. It's funny, on the opposite side of the field, it was the Los Angeles Chargers finding Waldo game in and game out, and now quarter in and quarter out. You saw Keenan Allen match up on the outside, match up in the slot, matched up against linebackers, safeties, and exploiting where the weakness of in that Dallas defense.
I think it's official right now that the LA Chargers are by far the hottest team in the AFC West. And the AFC West is a mess this week when you think about all the different guys getting fired in Denver and now, of course, Oakland. And then when you watch Kansas City play last week against the Giants, you got to wonder what's going on there with them. And they play the Buffalo Bills in Arrowhead on Sunday with Tyrod Taylor back at quarterback, with Tyrod Taylor wanting to prove something, I'm sure, for the Buffalo Bills. So the LA Chargers right now, think about this, and Phil, you were talking about this off the air. They have guys, it seems like, at every important position in the NFL to make a game in your favor, whether it be pass rushers, whether it be wide receivers. They, of course, have the experience at quarterback and a team that is now on the rise. So I would not be surprised if we are here 3 weeks from now talking about the Chargers and the Chiefs going forward for the AFC West.
And I got to tell you, the one guy that to me that stood out in this game was Casey Hayward. They kept trying to test him on the outside, and he's playing right corner. He was matched up against Dez a lot of this game. We saw the frustration with Dez Bryant. Casey Hayward and that secondary with the Dye and Boston as safeties, it is underrated. And we all talk about Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa in that interior rush. But I tell you, you match that with that secondary, this is a special defense.
Two things came out for me, JB, just real quick. Remember, you said it, Nate. Keenan Allen's in the slot. They put guys on him today. They couldn't cover him. They give him 10 chances. You can't put a linebacker on Keenan Allen, maybe one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And then on the Dallas Cowboys offense, you know, you're undermanned. You got to be creative. Did you see anything different today that we have not seen in the past? Give Dak some different plays. I thought they would move him around more. They did not.
You know, the one person I was going to say is we got to get a lot of credit here. Ken Wisenhunt. You know, he was with Phillip Rivers early in his career. Went down to Tennessee, became a head coach. He was let go from Tennessee, went back and reunited with Phillip Rivers. And those two, they mesh. And I know Ken Wisenhunt, he worked for me in Pittsburgh. He's going to try to exploit a matchup if he sees one. And he did that again today, as we talked about.
Let me set you up to talk about the defense of the Chargers as well by saying they allowed no sacks. L.A. Chargers, I'm about to say San Diego again as well, too. Certainly no turnovers helped the cause, but talk about that defense of the Chargers.
Oh, the defense especially. We talked about the pass rush. Again, you look at Bosa, and they put Ingram, they put him on the same side, flush them out to the other people that get the residue of their hard work. But you're never comfortable as a quarterback, and then you go into the secondary, and they can cover people. Here's a nickel back going to pick off that guy. There's nowhere for Dak to throw the football. I just think they did a masterful job today of taking away Dez Bryant, making Dak Prescott, giving him looks that he had not seen before. You see right there, rushing yards, they stopped the run. They took away from the run. 247 yards, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. I talked about this defense. They're playmakers.
Well, we're talking about a lot of good things about the San Diego Chargers. Their special teams are a mess. You know, their kicking game is a mess. Remember earlier in the year, they lost a couple games because of the kicking game. So it looks like they're going to have to go out and find another kicker because I don't know how long you can put up with this. And unfortunately, the punter trying to make extra points, and that's not working. So this is the second week in a row that a Dallas Cowboy team has basically lost to a kicker-less team.
Nate, let me come back to you. You talked about the Zeke-less effect, Nate. The Chargers outscored Dallas 25-6 in the second half. Talk about the Zeke-less effect.
Well, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm writing notes as you're talking about the creativity feeling, and Coach, you're coming in and talking about them collapsing the pocket and making Dak uncomfortable. I was hoping to see him outside the pocket. I'm looking at the box score. In the rushing for the Dallas Cowboys, not one time did Dak get out the pocket. And when he did, they had that holding call, which was so crucial, because at that point, it would have made the game, I believe, 9-6 before kicking an extra point. If you don't have Zeke, and you know that you're struggling to protect your quarterback, and the wide receivers aren't making plays, have some designed runs, get your quarterback outside the pocket.
Get him into the game.
We saw Seattle do that with Russell Wilson just last week, and even though they didn't win the game, they gave their team a chance to
And the
win.
key play in the game, I think, was what you just talked about right there, Nate. You're talking about the situation where you get the running game, boom, Dak keeps the ball, runs in for a touchdown. At this point, if they kick the extra point, it's a ball game, 9-7.
Right.
But you have the hold, which was a very good call on Tyrell Smith, the left tackle. And I think that was a key play in this game in terms of turning the momentum and any little bit of momentum that they could have gathered for Dallas.
Right.
They lost it right there, and then they had to settle for a punt.
They didn't even get the, you're right, they didn't get a field goal try. But I'm just going to go back to the Chargers. I'm not going to look too far ahead. I'm just saying this. They're built to play any way they want to do it. You said it, Boomer. We talked about it. They can beat you on defense. They can make the plays, sack the quarterback. But Phillip Rivers, when are they out of a game? If they're down 17 in the third quarter, look out. You're just going to have to hold on and hope you can hang in there as he becomes that, because he can throw it every single down, take the pressure off his offensive lineman because he's going to get rid of the football, and they have a dangerous trio of wide receivers.
Well, let's say he's a lot like Matthew Stafford. You know, for years, the team just hasn't been as good as their quarterback, but the quarterback always keeps them into the game. And then, of course, Matthew Stafford gets hurt today. They lose a home game to the Minnesota Vikings. It's just a huge win for Minnesota. 7 in a row for the first time since 2000, I believe. So when you take a look at what happened today, again, like I said at the beginning of this whole thing, if you are an NFC wildcard team, good things happen for you today because you know, you have a division winner winning Minnesota. Detroit is in the wild card. They lost. And, of course, Dallas is going to be in the wild card because Philadelphia is running away with the NFC East.
And I would just say this to Anthony Lynn, the first-time head coach who now has got his team. They're going to be talking playoffs. Quiet the noise. You got here because you've been under the radar and you've been trusting the process. And I would just say to you right now, don't look ahead. Look to the next week. Use this as a bye week because right now you're playing as good as anybody, but don't worry about it. Keep playing with that edge.
Good advice, because he certainly has turned around. Hey, real quickly, Waldo means what? Find Waldo. You got to find Waldo.
You got to find Waldo. Where the weakness is.
The weakness is no. So I'm just saying. So we don't. None of us want to be called Waldo.
We call that finding, right? We call that finding Boomer here.
Waldo. That's where I was going with this. More to come when State Farm postgame show continues after this.
You're actually right next door to your friend.
Correction, best friend. Let's go.
Are you taking all your tiny shampoos? You look rough, bro.
State Farm knows it's more than a house. It's home. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Play something relaxing.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
I love you, couch. You give us comfort, and we give you bare feet, back sweat, and Gordo's. Everything. I love you, but sometimes you stink. Soft surfaces trap odors. Febreze Fabric Refresher cleans them away for good. Because the things you love the most can stink. And plug in Febreze to keep your whole room fresh for up to 45 days. Breathe happy with Febreze.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
When you've crossed Fruit of the Loom off your list, you know your holiday shopping is complete. It's time to celebrate.
Celebrate!
If you're going to be out partying tonight, do you know who's going to be driving you home? Think before you drink and make sure there's a designated driver to get everyone home safely. CBS cares.
CBS Tonight, it's a very special Big Bang Thanksgiving.
I was acting odd intentionally.
So you can control it?
There, nothing goes together like Thanksgiving and football. And this team has a secret weapon.
The math says they should never punt again.
Who's his real daddy? All hail Sheldon Cooper.
But
cheerleader hugged me to her bosom.
That's amazing.
No more high fives. I can't keep washing my hands.
A new Young Sheldon right after The Big Bang Theory. CBS tonight.
A reminder, college football comes your way tomorrow right here on CBS at 2:30 Eastern. The SEC on CBS features Missouri at Arkansas. Then on Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, it's top-ranked and undefeated Alabama at 6th-ranked Auburn in the 82nd Iron Bowl. Our pregame coverage begins at 2:30 Eastern time on Saturday. 515 total yards as I welcome you back here to the State Farm postgame show. 515 total yards by the L.A. Chargers, 172 by this guy, Keenan Allen.
Yeah, let's talk about Keenan Allen. The mark of a receiver having a good day is he can get open, running routes from outside and inside, and regardless of who's on him. Right here, a corner route, and Phillip Rivers throws a back shoulder on the corner route.
That ain't
here,
right.
On the outside, he must have glanced out. That ain't right. What's that? Window throwing is what you said. Now check him out. Matched up on the slot. You put him on the option route, he's going to win every time up against a linebacker. The coach is telling me why. I know they're asking the same thing in here on Scandrick. Inside with leverage, he runs the outside out route, and then he gets in, makes a move on the backside defender, and that right there is how he had that big day. 14 targets, 11 catches, a $172. He ran on the outside, inside. Seemed like he hit every single route in the route tree, which is a guy that's in the zone like a shooter shooting from half court.
You say that's not right?
Well, it's almost downright illegal.
I'm loving it. After the game, it was our Tracy Wolfson who caught up with Mr. Keenan Allen.
Keenan, 11 receptions, 172 yards, and a touchdown. But what is it like being on the receiving end when your quarterback is clicking the way he did today?
It's fun. It's fun. He gets us all in the right spots, and he throws an amazing ball. And, you know, I try to get open, and I try to make everything else happen after that. And the other guys do, too, as well. We do a great job of finding the ball in the air, getting open, and, you know, making plays. So.
Can you sense as this team is gaining confidence each week?
Most definitely. This is a big win for us on a big platform, coming off of last week's win, which was big as well. So hopefully we can just keep it going.
Does it mean even more? Is it more special coming on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think so. It's Thanksgiving. I'm excited to go home and eat, and, you know, we got to win, so I'm happy.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what a game by Keenan Allen. The other thing, too, if you're a quarterback and you watch Phillip Rivers throw the football, we make fun, we talk about window throwing and all that other stuff, but how many balls were batted down by the Dallas Cowboys
that
today?
would be zero.
And where throws the ball from down here.
But Boomer, you got to have a really high release to succeed in the NFL.
What you got to have is you got to have football IQ. You got to know how to manage the pocket, and all the great quarterbacks know how to do that. And when you watch Phillip Rivers today, we talked about it. It was a clinic. It was literally a clinic how he picked apart the Dallas Cowboy defense. But now when you look forward and you take a look at the AFC playoff picture right here, obviously the Chargers right there are 5-6, are right on the heels of the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to play the Buffalo Bills this weekend with Tyrod Taylor back as their starting quarterback. So that is a huge game for Alex Smith and Andy Reid to bounce back at Arrowhead.
It really is. When you look at the Chargers, they go play Kansas City in Week 15. That will be a big game. And I think, again, somewhere along the line, this LA Chargers team, if they can just stay where they're at in the moment. And we talked about these last two games that they lost, and he's winning 5 of the last 7. But think about the first 4 games. 3 of those 4 games they lost was by a field goal or less.
Kicking problems.
They've had kicking problems. This is the most consistent football team in the National Football League.
Yeah, I like to call a team like this fake bad. You know, they had some tough losses, and you think they could have easily won them. But it comes to the time of the year where this is exactly who teams are. It's Thanksgiving. Who cares what happened in September and November? You look at Alex Smith and the Kansas City Chiefs. They were as hot as ever. We were ready to write them into the Super Bowl. We weren't even thinking about the Chargers. Now, all of a sudden, they're heating up, and this is the perfect time to play ball.
Well, I think the big thing is we talk about this. Can the Chargers run the table? You know, when you look at their schedule, look what's down there. And I know it looks, hey, the one team, the Kansas City Chiefs, you talked about, Bill. But, you know, when you talk about winning 5 in a row in the NFL. It's
hard.
I mean, I don't care who you're playing. That's tough to do.
Yeah.
So it's just week to week. Coach, you've said it. Week to week, they got a couple days off. Settle the team down. If I'm the head coach or if you were, don't give them too much credit. Make them concentrate on what's ahead of them.
Yeah, I think they've been in that mode. I think you talk about, Kansas City, where they were. I always said, the season, you want to start fast and finish strong and navigate your way in the middle. So right about now, after Thanksgiving, you need to now don't worry about records. You have to trust the process because you're in the middle of where you've been. And so right now, you're taking this thing from game to week to week. Everything else will play out. So right now, where you are is you accentuate those strengths and you mask your weaknesses, because if you're in the hunt right now, it's taking what you have, ride it, and hopefully you won't get any injuries along the way.
You give me fired up, baby. Man,
It really is.
Hey,
It really is.
I wish I was in that locker room with you, man.
It's amazing. You know, 2 quarterbacks put on clinics today. Phillip Rivers, of course, against the Dallas Cowboys. And
who was the other one?
And Phil at the Thanksgiving buffet. What a
And then he cleaned up. Never see anything like
You got to go with your strengths, man.
And you got a lot of strength in that regard. I can tell you that.
Hey, you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, man. See, Coach?
Yeah, he's ready to roll until somebody hits him.
And the State Farm post-game show will continue from Studio 43 here in New York. Hey, is there any turkey left? Did you guys get it all?
Let me be your everlasting light. The sun when there is none.
I miss her.
Me too.
I'm a shepherd for you, and I'll guide you through.
Hi. Hi.
Everlasting light.
Starting today, when our customers buy the new Tostitos Yellow Corn Bite Size, we'll donate to their local Salvation Army.
And every time a bag is sold, we'll ring this bell here to celebrate.
Woo! There it is. That's the sound.
It's a big red bell.
No, we're all very happy about it, very proud.
It's got a nice ring to it, huh?
Buy a specially marked bag and we'll donate to the Salvation Army.
Let's go.
Today only comes once. Here's to those who take that as a threat and crush it. Phoenix 5 from Garmin.
You cannot wear a Raiders jersey to my family's Christmas dinner. Turn it off. Just turn the lights off.
This is the State Farm Post-Game Show.
And welcome back to the State Farm post-game show. There was an earlier game played today in Minnesota over Detroit, and quarterback looked pretty good in that.
I'll tell you what, Case Keenum, 21 to 30, 282 yards, 2 TDs. He runs this one in for a 9-yard touchdown run, 13-0. How about the celebration? It's going to be Thanksgiving dinner with the boys over. Everybody's going to sit down, but wait, step on Diggs, get the turkey. Step on Diggs, get the turkey. Get the turkey in there. And he put in there, and there's that celebration right there. And I'll tell you what, Case Keenum really starting to separate himself and make him the unquestioned leader for the Minnesota Vikings. What a throw right there to Kyle Rudolph. He takes a hit, throws the ball accurately, and Case Keenum is making a case right now for himself, of course. And I'll tell you what, you want a quarterback coaching tandem for your team next year? How about Pat Shurmur and Case Keenum? Case Keenum's going to be a free agent, and Pat Shurmur, the offensive coordinator. How about that?
Predicted playoffs, tell us all.
How about that? 30, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing one. And after the game, it was an exuberant, I guess we can call him, Mike Zimmer, talking about Case Keenum and the squad.
Well, maybe the best thing about him is he's got great vision. You know, I think he sees a lot of things that's going on out on the field, and maybe the game has slowed down for him throughout the course of the time that he's played.
I want to be great, and I have confidence in myself that I can.
You know, for me, being a part of this team is really, really special. I think this team is, you know, it's a special group of guys, and I'm really thankful to be a part of this team.
That's about as excited as Mike's ever gets, by the way, guys. Hey, there you go. There's the NFC player picture you can see right there. Why this is so important that both Dallas and Detroit lost today, and if Washington win tonight, gets them back into the mix again. And then when you take a look at what's going on in the NFC South, which we all probably think that is the strongest division in football, those teams still have to play each other, so a lot of things they still have to work themselves out.
Yeah, we constantly try to question what Case Keenum is doing, but you have to give him credit. If I'd have told you your #1 quarterback goes down, your second-string quarterback goes down, your rookie stud running back goes down, and you be in it, not just be in it, but have one of the best records in the league, you think I'm crazy. So you got to give Case Keenum credit. You said it best. He's making a case for himself, not to be a backup in this league, but possibly a starter.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about Case Keenum, I mean, I just remember last year when he was in the Rams, and, you know, they put Jared Goff in at the end of the game, but he was a starter, and he had beaten them out. This kid right now, there's no doubt he's a starter for the rest of this year. And they have 2 tough games coming up, at Atlanta, at Carolina.
Yes.
They'll be very telling.
You know, what he's done, and I've watched